We were wondering, what are the things that FPV pilots should have with them at all times? Of course, radio, quads and goggles, obviously. But what are the other things that you may not necessarily think of at the first place? With this new backpack, I'm going to show you how I keep my stuff organized and what I have with me every time I'm going to fly. Hi, my name is Lexie Janson, aka maionhigh, and I am mainly a drone racing pilot, but I am absolutely sure that you will get one or two benefits out of this video. So, let's go. Let's start with the outsides of the backpack, where you have two flexible straps. You can go minimalistic with just one drone per strap, or you can go full throttle with two drones up together. Just be sure that you don't have propellers on, which makes it easier to transport. And also a side note, when you are going to the plane, take them off immediately. For the purpose of this video, we have used one freestyle quad and two racing quads. You can also use the side straps for more quads, and actually they fit the Sit-in Whoop perfectly well as well. Usually, I really like to keep my most important stuff in this compartment right here. So what you will find here is usually my wallet or passport, some of the stickers right here, as well as a lot of cables. So there's a little headphones, some cables for my other headphones, charger for my phone, as well as ND filters and a spare cable because I'm a person who loses them a lot. On one of the sides of the Pitstop Pro, I'm holding a lot of things that I like to just keep handy with me. It's a little lipo straps, even more lipo straps, as well as little screen if I want to show anyone who's like coming by and being like, hey, what are you doing here? Also, I'm having here my Emergency wand to change channels really quickly and easily. There's also a power meter in the separate compartment here, just to check if everyone is, using 25 milliwatts. There's also a little EpiPen that I need personally for allergies, and a spare cable for my goggles because sometimes stuff happens and you need a spare, so just to be sure and safe. Also on the side here, you can put either cameras or water or whatever else you need because it's really flexible little pocket right here. On the other side of this backpack, I have stuff that's a little bit less interesting for some of you, but I call it my first aid pocket. So what you're going to find here is the most important stuff, such as anti-bug spray, and trust me, this is important, especially for ticks and stuff. There's also a hand sanitizer because of the times we live in, a little soap and paper, which is also really useful, trust me. There's a little thing for myself for travel, but it's a girl thing, you can skip it. And also there's stuff that will help you stop the bleeding and disinfect stuff, as well as band-aids that are actually Star Wars themed, so important stuff, Also on the side, I'm keeping my Insta360 ONE X2, just so have a little bit of quick access camera, as well as the SPF cream, which is also really important, especially now during summer. So now let's go to the inside, which is the exciting part. But first, I need to show you this really awesome feature. Imagine, although I'm sure you don't have to imagine that, you crashed your drone and you do have some spare parts and you are in the middle of the field. What you can do with this backpack is to open this part and basically kneel on it while you are repairing your stuff, or use it as a table if you are afraid of things. And also in this little pocket, it has magnets in it, so when you have screws, they will not fly away, you will not lose them in the grass, so it makes it much easier to repair your drones on the go. And also, if it rains, there is a hidden pocket right here, which has a raincoat that you can just put over your backpack really easily. And it also has a little zip here to make it much easier and bigger when you have drones on. Let's jump into the main part of the backpack, and I am fully aware that everyone does it differently. So it's really important that you customize it to your own needs. And TORVOL lets you do it with 6 separators that let you customize the inside of the backpack to whatever you need. The system that I'm having right here is basically months of trial and error, but I have discovered that this works the most perfectly for me personally. So what I have in the main compartment is my TX16S, which is pretty and purple. There's a little bit of spare screws that I'm holding in the old T-motor box. In the main area of the backpack, I'm holding my goggles, which are Orca FPV-1, along with the antennas together. And in this part, I'm actually holding all of my miscellaneous stuff. So there's a tracer, there's a little Flywoo hex, also 3D parts and cameras, because, you know, content, really important stuff for every single FPV pilot. And that's basically it. It's a mess here still, I'm working on it, but it's pretty awesome. In the backside of my TORVOL Pitstop Pro, I'm holding my tool bag, which I'm actually using the TORVOL sling bag for. It's actually really cool, pretty easy to transport. And when you are going to the plane, you can just literally dump it into your checked-in luggage. And this is really important because when you go to the plane, everyone who's traveling a lot, you put your tools into a checked-in luggage, and instead my TORVOL battery lipo safe bag goes into the bag and it fits there perfectly. So what I also have here is a couple of lipos. Today we have 3 with us, and it's Tattoo Airline, and that's basically all the things that I have in the main compartment. Now, you may think that this is a pretty standard setup, but in my backpack, there is this one secret compartment that's underneath my radio. So when I flip this part of the backpack on which my radio was on, I have another TORVOL lipo safe bag, which I'm using a little bit differently than I should, and I'm fully aware of that. So what I have in this bag is all of my spare parts, and they fit here pretty nicely. What I have here is basically screws, antennas, some of the VTXs, spare motors, tape, ESC, of course, cables, LEDs, as well as other miscellaneous stuff. And this works really well for me. Also, the backside of this bag is having a little bit of cables, some zip ties, and spare parts of my frame. And this fits perfectly well underneath my radio, making it much easier and kind of, you know, more interesting for me to just hide it underneath. It's not bothering me here too much, and it fits perfectly. Also, since this separator has a little pocket and there's another separator that I just reused to basically stand on the wall, I'm holding a couple of cables here, just spare ones for my phone or for the cameras and stuff like this, just to basically charge them. And as an add-on, I'm having my license in here, just so you know, if someone comes, I just have it. It's all good, legal. So these are the things that I'm taking with me every single time when I'm going to fly. What are the most important things for you? Leave me a comment down below in the comments, and let's have a conversation about it. Also, have you liked any of the ideas from this video? Also, let me know. The links to the new TORVOL Pitstop Pro in Stealth Edition are down below in the description box, along with all the links to the products presented in this video. If you have found this video really helpful, please don't forget to leave it a thumbs up to help us battle the algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe for more stuff like this. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay awesome. Bye!